I think I'm saying that we struggle all our lives to answer it. That it's the struggle that is important. That's what helps us to define our place in the universe.
This is Beverly, Dr. Beverly, Dr. Beverly Crusher.
Look where we are. Here, all of us, in this moment. So let's do what we spent our entire lives learning to be great at.
And this is Crusher Convo. Hey guys, welcome to Crusher Convo. We're crushing the conversation one episode at a time. I am finally giving my review of the season 4 premiere of Strange New Worlds, and I am super excited to talk about it.
Came to Enterprise to see things, to do things.
And the more you see and do in the moment, the less you have to think about the past, right? We all need weekends once in a while. Even you.
Understood, number one.
Not to mention, as much as I enjoy having the con, I wouldn't mind a little time on planet once in a while.
Next mission, I promise.
Obviously, we saw Pike, M'Benga, and La'an in the desert of some planet doing another mission on horses, which, of course, Pike looks just over the moon. But, of course, it's showing that he's still in mourning over Marie, which, of course, was kind of mentioned later on when they had talked with the Martians, and she had sensed that he was a widower. And I think this is a nice subtle way of showing Pike going through his trauma of losing Marie and everything that went down, and also that inner light life that he had, because that was a life that he got to share that didn't actually happen, but it felt real to him. So this was a nice subtle way of showing it without kind of just throwing it into your face.
I'm detecting life signs.
What kind of life signs?
Large.
Taller than us?
Much taller.
Is there a way around that?
No.
Of course, this wouldn't be Star Trek with some kind of incident happening with the Enterprise. They are basically down on their luck with the Enterprise. They're just kind of floating in space. They need to try and get things back going, but they don't realize that they have been thrusted into the past, not only into the past, but 65 million years into the past. And what we see here is when they are going down this M-class planet, they all of a sudden are surrounded by dinosaurs. But the one thing that I did notice about this scene is that the entire landing party is women, which I'm not sure we've actually had before, where it was just women, maybe on lower decks or something, but not on the live action show. So I thought that was very, very cool. And of course, Ortegas is always funny and kept the mood light and panicky.
Obviously considerably stronger than you are.
How did you get inside a ship?
We phased through your wall. Do you not have phasing technology?
Well, no, but we have transporters which allow us
Which we can gladly discuss at a later juncture.
Allow me to introduce our science officer, Spock, Dr. M'Benga, and our engineer, Mr. Scott.
Forgive me if I don't. My guards are under standing orders to kill anyone who comes too close.
Oh, okay.
And of course, as we're watching this, we're starting to realize that they have encountered Martians. And of course, I clocked Saffron Burrows. I absolutely adore this actress. I loved her in Deep Blue Sea. And of course, she was on an episode of Bones. And I think this was a very interesting twist of how the Martians had, I guess, not warp technology, but they did have technology in the sense that they had these amazing planet that was being attacked, that they were in war by these insect, species. So all this stuff that was going on, you're kind of trying to figure out, like, is this really like Martians, or is this something else? But no, we come to find out that this is what happened prior to Earth populating in a way, because unfortunately it was the Enterprise that destroyed the dinosaurs.
Where species can coexist.
And I have seen one on your computers where my home world is a barren red wasteland. Can you tell me the Doldrum are not responsible for that?
No, I can't. But I can tell you that if you use our technology to change the future, millions of lives may be lost.
And millions of lives may be saved. The lives of my people. Isn't that what a captain does? Save her people. Wouldn't you?
So, of course, this is the moment where they're thinking that we need to stop her from destroying that fifth planet that never really existed. And it was Pike that clocked it, but he wasn't really sure, but he had to make a very, very quick decision. And ultimately, she ended up destroying her planet, right? Because they destroyed that fifth planet and because they basically sacrificed themselves to destroy it. She thought she was saving her people, and in reality, she actually destroyed them. And like I said, Enterprise accidentally killed the dinosaurs, but then that's where the whole evolution began, all because of what the Enterprise had accidentally done, but it was supposed to happen. And it kind of reminded me of, I believe it's a regeneration when it comes to how the Borg happened to be showing up during the Enterprise time. And it was all because of what happened in the First Contact, which I love that episode. Everything was full circle. Everything was meant to happen the way it was supposed to be. And so that's what that kind of reminded me of. But I think it was actually a very Trekkie episode. It really showcased the fun and also the very sci-fi and technology of it and meeting new species. And even though it was a strange new world, it was our strange new world. So I thought that was a nice little twist. But of course, we're also dealing with La'an, right? We're figuring out that everything she had gone through last season is starting to come ahead. And she's afraid that having, Khan as her ancestor is going to unfortunately turn her into something she doesn't want to be turned into, which is what we see in the next episode. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode. I definitely gave it a 4 out of 5. But I'm curious of what you guys think. Sorry for the late delay. It's just been a crazy couple of weeks, but hope to see you guys at STLV and live long and prosper.
Pressure out.